Hi, everyone, and welcome to our series of knowledge management case studies around the world. And today we have a very bright young lady, Anahit, from the Bank of Armenia, the Central Bank of Armenia, who will share the KMK study of this Central Bank of Armenia so we can all learn how they do it, how she does it, and how we can do it. So let's start step by step. Anahit, please introduce yourself.
Well, thank you for invitation. Hello to everyone. My name is Anahit, and I am a passionate learner, and I have been in learning and development for about 18 years up to now. And during 3 years, I have been involved in knowledge management, and so it has become my passion to be involved and change the world and try to foster people and organizations to implement knowledge management in their organizations.
Wow. So first of all, we see you so young, we wouldn't believe that you have 18 years there of experience already.
Yes.
Rather nice. And it's great to have us with you because we like people who do their job, but also are looking for the extra mile for helping others do it, for changing the world. What is the Central Bank of Armenia for those who are not familiar with this organization?
So Central Bank is regulator of financial system in the Republic of Armenia, and so the most important financial institution in the Republic of Armenia.
Wow. Do other banks also have knowledge, central banks also hold knowledge management facilities, or are you unique?
I suppose we are unique because in Armenia we have 17 commercial banks, but I don't think they are involved in knowledge management processes at this moment. But during every conferences, every HR expos, I try to explain. I am also a speaker in different conferences, and I try to convey them about knowledge management processes.
So what you're sharing with us is that Central Bank of Armenia is one of the leading organizations of knowledge management in Armenia. Wow, very appreciated.
Thank you. We are not leading, but so we are trying to do our best. I would like to note that Central Bank of Armenia has always viewed knowledge exchange as a strategic priority because it fosters the transfer of expertise across teams, generations, and sectors. And by doing this, we aim to strengthen institutional capabilities, drive innovation, and enhance our ability to address emerging challenges. So it has always been important for us, but now so I am responsible for learning and development, and I try to do my best to foster this in the organization.
Great. So now we're trying to move from understanding the bank and a bit learning about Anahit to understanding the specific business needs of the bank of the Central Bank of Armenia as to knowledge sharing, knowledge transferring, knowledge creation. You spoke about innovation. Can you be more specific? Because these are challenges, needs that every organization has. Can you be more specific when we are now entering our case study and you are sharing with us what you're doing in the past 2, 3 years? What were the specific needs, the business needs that you found that you have to address?
The most important is that we need to transfer seasoned expert knowledge to young professionals. And also, so the key pillars that we do in knowledge exchange, so I would like to say that knowledge exchange efforts are built on the following key pillars in the bank. And we invest, one of the knowledge management issues are that we invest in young talents as well. We are committed to cultivating the next generation of central banking professionals by facilitating knowledge transfer between seasoned experts and young professionals. And we allure new generation employees, and we engage them in strategic projects under the mentorship of experienced supervisors who guide them, who share their knowledge, and with this young generation, so create their career at the Central Bank of Armenia. And also, it's an important issue that we share our expertise knowledge in the organization, and for this we implement knowledge sharing processes in the bank.
Okay, so we're starting to move from the needs to the solutions. And before we go into the details of the solutions, the KM solutions that you are implementing in the bank, a wonderful theme that I'm hearing is people, 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 and specifically looking at the new generation, how we build their capacities, how we build their knowledge base, how we give them the whatever they need so that they can do their job and that they would want to be in the bank and do their job. So please start sharing with us how you do it and what is the full framework of these of this new generation and the knowledge sharing, knowledge exchange, knowledge transfer within the bank.
Okay, yes. So as I have noted, we have young generation programs in the organization, and we hire young generation, and they work under different experts during a year, and they gain knowledge from experts, and so they will be ready to work in the sphere they will choose in future. But for knowledge sharing processes, we have knowledge sharing days, we have knowledge sharing months, and we have special Friday seminars in the bank where we share knowledge. And during Friday seminars, experts from different units present their research works, mainly research works and policy work, to colleagues across the institution. And these sessions serve as a platform for dialogue, strengthening institutional cohesion, and enhancing the analytical capabilities of our teams. Also, so here I would like
before
to
you
know.
continue, let's wrap it for a minute. What you said up to now, you were speaking about programs, mentoring programs for the young girls,
young generation,
mentoring programs
yes.
for the younger generation to work with the more seasoned generation to learn
Yes.
ongoing the job.
Yes.
One.
This is one
Two.
pillar.
Yes, you spoke about another pillar, which takes us to these, let's call them events or parties of knowledge sharing. Once a week, once a month, once in few months. And you spoke about every Friday or every month, and that's really nice. So if you can, before we go to additional pillars, if you can share with us, do many people come? Is it complicated to make people contribute because people only want to hear, listen, and not to share their knowledge because they don't have time? Where are the problems? Where are the successes? And after we explain it, also share with us the knowledge week, because I understand that you had a fabulous event during Knowledge Week that was not as we would expect from a regular organization, because you took it and you stretched it to all
Yes.
kinds of so
Yes.
step by step, let's speak about the pillar of these knowledge parties. What are you doing and what's interesting?
Yes, I would like to note that knowledge sharing process is also involved in the policy for learning and development. So it's a requirement for each employee who takes a part in different seminars, in different learning events. After return, they are obliged to share their knowledge. So, but my aim that in future this happens voluntarily, not that they are obliged. So that is why every employee who returns from any seminar, any learning event, they call to learning and development and they tell that we have a knowledge sharing day, so you are invited. Here we convey this event to all the bank, and sometimes not many people are present there, but we do this kind of knowledge sharing days. The second one is Friday.
One. First of all, I learned from you here something wonderful because what you're saying is that you are connecting. People want to go to courses, to conferences, to events outside the organization.
Mm-hmm.
As you are in charge both for learning and for knowledge management, you are the one that they have to walk through when they want to go to a conference or to a course out of the organization. And because of the policies of the bank, they
Mm-hmm.
have to share their knowledge when they come back. So the
Yes.
easiest thing would be, okay, here are the slides that we got. But you are doing something in addition. You are calling them in, saying, okay, now you speak and you share this knowledge with all of us.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And
Wonderful.
yes, and while sharing, they learn again and again, and knowledge stays with them. And during these sharing processes, it's a teamwork somehow, and they get together the teams, and so it's a very important and valuable event. This is the first thing I wanted. The second one is our Friday seminars, where even our chairman and the most important officials from the bank, they participate during these seminars. And every Friday we have an hour. And during these Friday seminars, experts from different units present their research and policy work to colleagues across the institution. And these sessions serve as a platform again for dialogues, for strengthening institutional cohesion, and enhancing analytical capabilities of our teams. And here, only seasoned and very professional employees so usually present and share their knowledge. And this is the second one. And again, about this event, we convey the whole bank, and it happens both online and offline. And everyone so is welcomed to participate in it.
And
And
here, what's interesting is that you're bringing the highest ranks, the highest
yes, it's a
professions.
requirement from our highest authority in the bank.
I
Yes.
think that many people envy you here because they're doing the KM down, somewhere down in the organization. And here you're saying, yes, but the idea of learning, development, knowledge creation, knowledge sharing
Yes.
comes from the highest levels, and they are showing an example of how to do it.
Yes, and
Wow.
this initiative is really stakeholder owned and demand driven knowledge sharing in the organization. And yes,
Let's
and
continue to the
yes,
third part of
the
these
third part,
knowledge parties.
yes, knowledge party took place last year, and during the knowledge management week, we decided to have a knowledge management month, and we started again sending to all the departments that we are expecting employees who will share their knowledge. We gathered about 37 employees who were eager to share knowledge. and we put their names on the screens of in the whole bank. We advertised, and every employee could see his or her photo on the screen of the bank, and they were eager to share knowledge. What is the most important thing? That many employees who didn't apply for it, during the process, they were calling me telling, well, I want to share my knowledge as well. So it was very happy moment for me that many people were involved in the process. And during a whole month, every day we had some knowledge sharing event. Every employee was informed. We had a calendar, and we knew who is sharing his or her knowledge every day at which hour, and so everyone may be present. And the most important that we recapped this month with another seminar. I conducted it. It was about psychological safety at the organization. And we rewarded employees. We rewarded the employee who was most active employee in during the knowledge sharing events, who participated in mainly all the events. And we rewarded the department from which many employees shared their knowledge. So we had 2 awards, and it was really very nice because all the departments got together. Their heads were involved in the process of knowledge sharing, and there were many aha moments during this sharing process that employees didn't know about some ideas that even their colleagues did. And it was really a very valuable month for me as a person who is responsible, and I am sure for our colleagues as well. Knowing each other, knowing their ideas, sharing knowledge, and so on. Why I find it is very important? Because every time organizations say people are the most important assets, people are very important, but people are nothing without their knowledge. So we need to assess these people with their knowledge, and we need to share this knowledge.
Wow. Do you know if besides, the wow moments and the aha moments, did it have any impact? All these Friday weeks, Friday parties, and all this came Global Week months. Do you know anything about its impact on the way the bank works the day after? Or are people happy with it? Do you understand? Do you hear that it is important for the professionalism of the people, or it's only your hope?
The only thing I can tell is that many people came to share their knowledge voluntarily, which meant for me that it's important for them. And also after knowledge sharing event, we rewarded employees with thank you letters, which was signed by our chairman. And I saw that many employees put these thank you letters on LinkedIn. And I have found that it's also very important for them. So it's valuable for them. And during the meetings, knowledge sharing, I found out that many employees got some advice from their managers, and they came to a conclusion, okay, that now they will work in this way or that way. There are some little valuable things I can note, but I hope this year I will pay more attention, and I will accentuate on the outcome and on the benefit for the bank of this process, from this
So what I'm
process.
so what I'm hearing is that 80%, and that's important, very important, is about culture. The culture to share knowledge, the culture to contribute to the culture to learn. Yet you say that there were small connections that you can see the professional knowledge transfer, and it's people saying, "Wow, okay, I'll work otherwise. Now that I know that, I will do
Yes.
additional things." And maybe a good idea could be to collect these small stories for the organization for the future. Wonderful
Yes,
learning.
yes, yes. And I am planning also this year we organize a storytelling event as well. And we are planning to have some fire talk and storytelling. And one of our experts and valuable employees will share his knowledge about the department, about the creation of this department, but it will be storytelling. We didn't have these official storytellings in the organization, but I think this year we are going to organize it.
Wow, wonderful. Uh, it sounds great. So let's go to pillar number three. We spoke about the
Uh,
mentoring, we spoke about the knowledge parties. What else?
what else? We are enhancing coaching and mentoring in the organization. And so, with the help of coaching and mentoring, enhancing coaching and mentoring at the organization, mainly we try to unlock the potential of tacit knowledge via coaching. And now we train our managers coaching skills, and with coaching skills we hope to find out critical knowledge, but also we are preparing questionnaire for exit interviews. And so these questions will be given to our experts who will leave our organization, and with this we will identify critical knowledge and keep. And
Oh,
I
you spoke
was
here about two things. One is the
yes.
mentoring program. And now, if you spoke about at the beginning about the aspect of the young girls, now you're speaking about the aspect of building the capacities of the seasoned people, of the managers, how to coach, how to mentor. And that is very
Mm-hmm.
important. And a question regarding that, are the business managers in the bank collaborating, or they're saying that it's a waste of their time and they are economists, so please leave us out with all these soft skills?
No, our managers are so much involved in the process, and it is also their responsibility, how to say, to help youngsters to share their knowledge to younger generation, because younger generation will be the future of our country, of our financial system. That is why, yes, they are eager to share and mentor. Though sometimes you are right, it's a challenge that they don't find much time to do mentoring, and but surely they find time. They find time and they mentor young generation, and this is a circle that is going on in the organization, and we are going to foster it and make it happen more often.
Let's continue.
Mm-hmm. And here I would like to speak also about explicit knowledge, because here I was talking about tacit knowledge, and for explicit knowledge we have created libraries, repositories in the bank, and all the materials of trainings, all the recordings of the trainings are kept there. And very often employees call me telling, Anna, I need this information. Do you know? Oh, yes, I say, you can go there and find. So we have a very nice soft solution, and we keep all this information there. And this is hope will be helpful for our younger generation, and they will benefit from it.
So you're speaking about a digital platform to share the training and knowledge sharing
All
events there. Are you also involved in them organizing their professional content so that it is well reused from one to another, from generation to generation?
Not at this moment. We are only involved in the process of preparing internal training catalog, and the and the content of these trainings is designed with the help of learning and development and the expert who is going to share knowledge. And we have an internal catalog of different trainings, and here again experts share their expertise knowledge to all the people who are interested. Here we design, because here we accept requirements from the employees and accept the questions, what questions they would like to be answered during the seminars, and we design. Here we design, but when some employees bring some materials, here we just put them in the folders and we keep them in these libraries.
Wonderful. Let's continue. Are there any additional solutions that you implement? That's good enough. I just ensuring that we are covering it all.
At this point, I wish we had knowledge cafes. I wish we had knowledge books, and I wish in future we use AI in knowledge management. But this is just my plans and our plans of learning and development of our HR directorate, but maybe in future, not at this
yet.
point.
So it all sounds wonderful. Where are your challenges in this journey? Because it sounds like something that every organization would envy you. You have the chairman with you, you have all these events, you have the programs, and it's all working so well. Where it get difficult?
I won't say very difficult, because in every situation I try to just find harmony in everything and make the issue better and better. Probably the challenges can be that I wish that more people were involved in knowledge sharing processes, and more people were involved voluntarily. Without any regulation, without any policy. So every time they are eager to share knowledge voluntarily. Yes, and I would like that more leadership involvement to the process is so implemented, how to say, that more leaders are involved in the process. Many leaders share their knowledge, so employees see that leaders are also very active in this process. And probably, maybe, yes, it's one of our also procedures that we need to convey the employees that the value of knowledge sharing. They do it, I know they do it very well, but as I wish many employees are involved, so maybe we need to convey about the benefits of knowledge sharing. But I think day by day it will happen as well.
Okay, so you're saying that it's a journey, and even though you have a high management and you have many people on the ground, it's not everyone yet.
Yes.
And you are trying to bring in more to a larger circle.
Yes.
So you say that the right foundations are in place, but you want to engage more people, more units, and you have also, I see in your passionate eyes that are sparking, you have additional programs also for those who are taking part, so that the level of knowledge sharing of explicit and tacit knowledge will even go higher and higher.
Yes, it's in our plans, and we have also Central Bank has a diligent research and training center, and we, together with my colleagues, we have plans to do more knowledge sharing in this center and involve even some organizations from Armenia outside of the central bank, and but this is in our plans. Maybe I will speak about it later.
Okay, so let's speak about your future plans. What is your next dream?
Next dream is that so I have told that we are on the process of creating coaching and mentoring at the organization, but I want we do it. I wish we already have established coaching and mentoring programs, and which will really unlock the potential of tacit knowledge via coaching. So I wish that we have this established process for this. And the next is that we can identify true experts in the organization. And we have different tools identifying experts in the organization. And that we have more storytelling events in the bank, and we transfer it more smoothly, our knowledge to other employees.
Okay, so we spoke about A, enlarging the circles,
Yes.
B, bringing new formats like the storytelling,
Yes,
C,
storytelling.
yes, and in general, deepening it and making it more broad, both. And it sounds that you have work for 10 more years at least. And I believe that as you start, on one hand, I know you and you are very practical and very quick, so you'll do everything fast. But on the other hand, as I know you, you said also to bring in AI and additional things. So probably every time you fulfill one idea, you will have two new ones.
Yes, yes, I do my best, and as you know, yes, I am involved on the knowledge management trainings and events. So um, I want to gain more and more knowledge so I can be able to implement them at place. So it's most important that I see the result of this knowledge.
Wonderful. Now, please, can you share? We heard about all your activities and the challenges and how you deal with them and what your dreams are. If we have new or additional KMers listening to you, what could you recommend? What are your recommendations, your good practices based on your experience?
Mm. First of all, I would advise and all the people, all the organizations to have knowledge management processes in the organizations, because we make decisions, we are experts in the organizations, and we deal with different processes, with different decisions in the organization. So we need to have knowledge management processes, because staff members around the world are making different critical decisions every day. So the capture lesson and takeaways from experts, takeaways from different decisions should be shared, should be documented in the organizations, as they should be, how to say, documented as knowledge assets, as access to peer knowledge gained from the experts can lead to better decisions. Many companies, they secure their assets, they keep their money, they keep their whatever they have, but so they don't manage their knowledge. And people come. Nowadays, turnover is high in many countries, in many organizations. People come and go, they take the knowledge, and the organization needs to create this knowledge again and again. So for the benefits of every organization, they need to access to peer knowledge gained from the experts and share it in the organization. And here the most important again is management initiative, that we need to ensure that the knowledge management initiative is stakeholder owned and demand driven, and these organizations will have success in future if they have knowledge management.
Okay, I want to again summarize to see that I understood it all. A, you're saying KM is important, it's beneficial, you should do it. If you're doing it, Please don't look only on the existing documents, but look at the experts.
Yes.
Connecting them by peer reviews, by expert location, and additional ways to connect to experts. And also find ways to encapsulate and document their more important knowledge that is shared on specific milestones like decision making, problem solving, etc. That's on the what. So we spoke about the why. It's beneficial, you should do it. We spoke about the what. If you have to do one thing, look for the experts.
Mm-hmm.
And the third thing you said is on the how. If you want to succeed, you have to have sponsorship ownership.
Yes, in the organization. Yes. Yes, it's
Great
vital.
recommendations. Um, any ending statement, something that you want to share with us?
Uh, any ending statement? It's again that creating such an nowadays all the organizations are thriving to become either learning organization or knowledge sharing organizations, and creating such an organization, creating knowledge sharing organization, creating policies, governance structures related to knowledge sharing and knowledge management should be vital for the organization, and it will be subject for all organizations in future if they want to succeed. So it's my recommendation.
Wonderful. I want to end and say that you were speaking about the seasoned employees and the new generation. And I want to say that for me, as a seasoned KMO, knowing that we have a next generation with people like you makes me optimistic and makes me smile.